My name is Jennifer Brown. One thing with my gifts is I'm supposed to tell the truth, nothing but the truth. I don't know how else to tell it. I get many channel messages. In the past, I channeled a message that Brady Steinberg was a part of the so-called setup about coming up against me. But like I said, my gifts are so powerful, I keep channeling new messages. See, one thing that this is 18 plus video about the community setup known all around the world that everyone's talking about. See, one thing that was weird to me was how do I put this? In Clem 2, about how he felt like he was the only one there for me. I'm being honest, I'm speaking from the heart, because everyone else has their own version, their own stories. What I mean by that is, like I said, when I near someone, I can feel their heart. I don't know how else to say it. I know he's in love with me. I knew that from, I don't know how else to say it. It feels like day one, but I don't know how else to say it. See, one thing is back in Clem 2 about the rapes I spoke about in previous video about how I was raped in Clem 2. He was also raped. He was also raped in Clem 2. Brady Steinberg was also raped, and with his job, he traveled a lot, and oh my god, he wanted to impress me. He got a hold of the Browns because he thought that they were my real family. He wanted to talk to Mary Jean Brown, Danny Brown Sr., Alan Brown Jr., Bruce Brown, Evelyn Brown, Emily Brown, Kevin Brown. And he's a spiritualist, so he thought he was talking to Dylan Brown too. And what I mean by this is weird. I don't know how else to word it, but by all of them, they're demonic. And what I mean by that is they were so demonic that when he messaged them to go meet up with them, they offered him a drink. Offered him smoke. Smoke. And the Brown family, they're well known for roofing people. I know. It's very hard for me to talk about other people being raped. The reason why I have a hard time with that is because of how much I was raped. And that's why a lot of people believe me now about how horrible they are, how demonic they are. That night, in Brady Steinberg, because like I said, he is in love with me. He is. He didn't know what happened. What I mean by that is, like I said, I was under so much spiritual warfare, and so was he. And the channel messages I got before, how do I put this? He was so confused about everything. Growing up, he experienced a lot of things that I can't talk about. He experienced rape, and one thing with rape, trauma victims, or I say victims, survivors, however people want to word it. I don't know how else I said victim, because he is a victim. So a lot of people say survivor. He did survive, but I said victim. So he went through a lot. Had a troubled life, and that night he was raped. And one thing about rape is they're in and out. You have in and out experiences. I don't know how else to, it's like they tried to label him as full-blown raging alcoholic, and they tried to lie that night and say that my gifts are so powerful. They tried to lie that night and say that he was drinking so much. They tried to lie. Brady Steinberg barely had anything at all. He was roofied. And the reason why I know he was roofied is because, like I said, his anger. See, one thing that a lot of people go through after rape is they're very angry. See, a lot of people don't know this, and I keep speaking about this because I want people to. Sorry about the background noise, but one thing I want people to know is that when you go through such severe trauma, you become angry, very angry. What I mean by angry is, like I said, he didn't know what to say to me, because I channeled that message of what his thoughts. I didn't know I was channeling his thoughts. He was trying to make sense of what happened that night. He thought he had sex because like I said, with rape, a lot of people don't like saying they're raped. They were doing spell work on him to say he was sleeping around, being a whore. So he actually thought he had sex that night, but he cried so much, and he grew into a depression. I'm sorry, Brady Steinberg. I heard your thoughts loud and clear, and I didn't realize I was hearing your thoughts. A lot of people. It sounds so stupid to say because of what you're a part of, and that's why I said he was angry at me. I posted a video about those channel messages, about what I heard about him sleeping around. A lot of people were doing, like I said, a lot of people were doing spell work on him and saying he was sleeping around. This is very hard to say because a lot of spell work is coming off of me too. A lot of people, including Emily Brown, lied so much about what they did to me. It's not just spell work. They raped so many people. They said it was orgies. There's a lot of people here, how else to word it, sleeping around. A lot of people became obsessed with me. They became obsessed with me because I told the truth about what happened to them. I know so many people's backgrounds. I know so many people's stories, and I know for a fact about what happened to Brady growing up. I know everything. That night, like I said, in Nanaimo, BC, he was raped by Emily Rutan, aka Emily Brown, then Rutan. He was also raped by Bruce Brown, or Danny Brown Jr. He was raped by so many. He only remembers those. He only remembers certain parts of the rape. He doesn't remember everything. You still can't, just like me. See, like I said, I try so hard. Like I said, one thing that I do too is I'm very thorough. I love details. We go over everything. I said I go over everything on a daily basis after a rape. Because one thing I said about energy, a lot of people don't know. Spiritually, when you attack someone too, you're raping them too. And a lot of people were raping him energetically, and he's coming back too. whole universe is telling me to talk about Alexandria Addison. He never liked her, he never valued her, he never wanted her. And yet, people couldn't understand why he was with her. It's because he was under so much spell work by her too. She stalked me my whole life and didn't want anyone with me. She raped him. Holy shit, that's confirmation. She raped him too, not just spiritually. She raped him. The one thing that she did too to me when I was a teenager, she raped me too, more than once. I remember birthday party. I only remember the beginning part. She invited so many people because she wanted them to make fun of me. They did. I don't remember what happened the rest of that day or night because of the rape. Another time, she made cookies. I don't smoke. I don't care for pot. I don't. So much spiritual warfare still coming off of me. I was a little bit older. I don't even remember how old I was. Like I said, when you go through so much rape, your brain and keeps coming back, your heart keeps coming back and trying to show you things. One thing that I was shown by releasing trauma, releasing so much spiritual warfare, I seen something happen to me. She made pot cookies. I believe I was 19 years old. I tried one. One thing I don't. We went inside the house, her mom's house, and I don't remember anything. I woke up seeing her next to me. Oh my god. She was naked. I tried so hard, I ended up I got dressed and the pot was still in my system. I went back to Eric Spencer's place and I remember lying on his futon. I lied on his futon, and like I said, I'm not a smoker, I don't smoke, I don't take pot, but I lied down and pot was still in my system. It was kicking in again. Oh my god. That night, I don't know how I ended up on his bed, but he was on top of me too. Oh my god. This is hard to say because I'm supposed to talk about it, but how I went through the most, Divine Feminine went through the most, but I don't like saying it like that. I don't like saying it like, the reason why I don't say it like that, a lot of people say it in tarot about how Divine Feminine had the worst life ever. The reason why I even like now, I still cry every day about a lot of things, because like I said, energy, a lot of people They talk about the spiritual realm, about how people try to connect with me, but last night a lot of people raped me energetically again. So I'm having a hard time. I really am. Because the reason why I had to mention that is because, like I said, Brady Steinberg was raped so much by so many people to stop him from coming near me. Alexandria Addison kept trying to make it seem like they were happy together. And he was under so much spiritual warfare, he didn't realize what he was doing to me. What I mean by that is the setups. She made it seem like I was the enemy, so to keep him away from me. Everyone did. Everyone wanted to be with me, and everyone was trying to keep him away from me because there are the tarot readings about the divine soulmates. In Clump 2, he kept coming back little bit by little bit, and he was so confused. He got a tarot reading about a soulmate. He got a channel message about a picture of me as the divine soulmate, and a lot of people were making fun of him for choosing her. The spiritual warfare was coming off of him, and he thought she was completely ugly along with everyone else. See, one thing, like I said, what I mentioned before about how, what I mentioned, I don't know how to say it. He thought there were so many channel messages. I have to say this. There were so many channel messages coming through. Emily Rutan, he thinks you're so ugly. He doesn't look at you as beautiful at all. Same with Ben, Junior, Bruce, Kevin, Dylan. I keep saying Dylan too because Dylan, even though he passed away, I talk about energy, demonic energies, trying to stay on Earth. They don't want to go to hell, but it's destined for Dylan, Emily, Kevin, Bruce, Evelyn, Junior, Danny Brown Sr., Mary Jane Brown to go to hell. Dylan Brown keeps trying to come out. A lot of people don't understand this, but I know Brady does. It's destined for Alexandria Addison. So many, I'll just say so many people to go to hell. That's too many to count. Too many to count. Brady Steinberg, you kept trying to make sense of what happened that night in Nanaimo. You kept trying to make sense of what happened in Clump 2. Everyone said that you raped me in Clump 2. You didn't. We were both raped. So many people raped us. And time is linear, and I tried to message you, and you were so out of it. But like I said, my phone was already tapped. You already know it was tapped. Because you know now. What I mean by know now is the fact that I never hated you. I never did. You know that too. Brady Steinberg, you never raped me. Come to. You never did. I know a lot of things. A lot of people say certain things. Oh my god. How do I put this? Brady, you didn't know what you were doing to me spiritually. You didn't know. You're so in and out of it from the spiritual warfare. Everyone had spiritual warfare on them, and that's why a lot of people are paying off their karmic debt. What I mean by karmic debt is, like I said, a lot of people are in love with me. They're obsessed with me. The obsession. No. I can't force people to love me. I didn't do anything to anyone. Everyone has free will. Everyone does. And And I know for a fact, Brady Steinberg, that you never cared about them. You were so upset because you were, like I said, you were under so much spiritual warfare. I could feel your love from ages ago. A year ago, I could feel your love coming through. And that video where I mentioned about how you were coming through and you were talking about what you thought you did last night. Or not, I said last night, but what you thought you did that night. I heard last night, man. Time's linear. Jesus Reeves. What you thought you did that night. What you thought you did that night. In the name of BC, your thoughts are powerful too, Brady Steinberg. I heard everything you were saying. I'm all over the place, sorry about that. What I mean by all over the place, I know words are powerful. I'm not casting spell work on anyone. I'm just speaking because I've got a lot of spiritual warfare coming off of me where people didn't want me to tell your side. Brady Steinberg. You're my friend. I know you heard me. And I kept saying, I thought you were my friend. You were confused too. I was confused because of all the spiritual warfare that was on me too. I didn't know. I didn't know what everyone was doing to you and I. This is so hard to say. Everyone kept saying that. All kinds of horrible things about everyone. Everyone had so much spiritual warfare on each other because everyone was fighting for my attention. No. Words are powerful. One of the things that I channeled was the obsession all around the world about how everyone fell in love with me. And that's why I mentioned spiritual warfare. That's why I mentioned the spiritual realm. That's why I mentioned the obsession, the love. Everyone doing spiritual warfare on each other to get my attention. The obsession is real. It's here. I didn't do anything to anyone. Because when I first started this business, Brady, I wanted to help people heal. That's what I wanted. And everyone became obsessed with trying to make themselves look better, especially Emily Rattan. I had a lot of channel messages about what they were trying to do to me, but a lot of people couldn't understand. Couldn't understand why I was being targeted, because how many people heard me being raped? How many people heard my screams? How many people heard me cry? And I know for a fact that you heard me loud and clear, Brady. How many of you heard me? Including Jack Black, Ryan Timmon, how many? Just so many to name. Everywhere. I know everything, Brady. I didn't know that a lot of people at that time wanted to, the second, how do I put this? The second I was speaking up in that video, the spiritual warfare hit me tenfold in that past video. And it blocked out what was going to happen to you if I posted that. I'm so sorry. Everyone doing spiritual warfare on me instantly to stop me from talking about you. You need to, how do I put this, Brady? I know this is the breaking story of a lifetime and all that, and I know how many of the gang member setups, I know how many people on your list are confused too about their, what I mean by this is they were confused about their sexuality too, because of what happened to them. That's why a lot of people fell in love with me too, on your Facebook list, on your friends list, everywhere. A lot of people have a hard time admitting what happened to them growing up. They have a hard time. And you were afraid that everyone was gonna beat you up for that video. I'm sorry. See, your thoughts are powerful, Brady. I know for a fact that everyone knows that. But what happened to me, I know you spiritually know about the black eyes I had, about where I was pushed, about how I keep saying where I went through the most. All the rapes, all the torture, all the murderous thoughts everyone had over me. For a fact, how many people want to be with me, including Landon. I know for everyone, everywhere. I know. I have a hard time expressing myself in a lot of videos because, like I said, you can tell with my anger, you can tell with my cries. You can tell. Before it happened again last night. So Brady, you already know that. I already know a lot of people are speaking a lot about what happened. I feel like it's in my best interest to tell everyone the complete truth. I'm a very honest person. And the Browns, Mary Jean Brown, Danny Brown Sr., Emily Brown, Kevin Brown, Dylan Brown, Bruce Brown, Daniel Jr. Brown. They rate me so much. That's all they know how. That's all they know what to do. Evelyn Brown, so-called grandmother, knew about a lot of stuff. Mitchell Brown, Charlene George, Vanessa George, Kira Wilson George, Corey George, Corey Wilson, however you want to word it. He keeps changing it to Corey Brown too. He doesn't know. Lawrence Toy, Maggie Johnny, Marsha Cooper, yeah. Tulane Johnny, Edith Johnny, Helen Johnny, Cynthia Johnny. You know, a lot of people know. They already had this set up for many years. They wanted it to be so that way. My children and I have 3 beautiful children. They wanted it for my children and I to die. They wanted it, the community set up for, was originally planned for me, and it ended up being so, how do I put it, so severe and dramatic to the point where they kept trying to go after so many other people, and that's why a lot of people are passing away. A lot of people already committed suicide. A lot of people couldn't handle the truth. They couldn't handle what they heard when they closed their eyes. They couldn't handle hearing me be raped so much. So many times to count. They couldn't handle. It's like I said, when what God does, He shows people the truth about who people listen to. A lot of people cried. A lot of people couldn't handle the truth. They couldn't handle hearing everything that was happening to me. They couldn't handle hearing about what happened at everywhere here. They couldn't handle it. A lot of people couldn't even handle what happened to them. I talk about the original karmic. There's a lot of people who came before us. I do know that, but they couldn't handle the truth. But I mean, they couldn't handle the truth all around, throughout all time in history, about how demonic they were. I call them the original karmics because a lot of people didn't like them at all. And that's why they had a hard time they had a very hard time hearing about how horrible and vile they are, about how stupid they are, how demonic they are. Because as a demon, they have no thoughts, they have nothing. They rely on everyone else to take care of them. I had to rely on myself. That's why a lot of people, I know they're paying off karmic debt, and I have a hard time hearing the truth and feeling the truth sometimes about what everyone did to me too. But I still have that inner kindness in me. I don't know how else to word it. I don't know how else to say it, but I still have it in me. 'Cause I have a hard time. Too about what happened to me. I'm a very kind person. This is my true soul. But I'm allowed to express my emotions a lot. Same with you, Brady. All I can do is I can say I know the truth. I know the truth, Brady. I know you weren't sleeping around with them. I know for a fact you weren't. I know you were roofied and raped. I know you had a hard time. I know you did. I'm so sorry. Sorry, Brady Steinberg. I know you can hear my thoughts. Please know that you got someone who's actually rooting for you. I still believe I'm allowed to say that. What I mean by that is I'm not demonic. I never was, I never will be. I know my heart is pure, even for people who did me wrong. What I mean by that is all around the world, not the original karmics I talk about. People turned dark because they couldn't handle what happened to them. What I mean by turn dark is they didn't know how to release properly. They didn't know how to speak up for themselves because there was so much happened everywhere. And I know for a fact that Brady, when you got that tarot reading about the true divine soulmate, because like I said, you felt it in your heart that something was wrong. And everyone was making fun of you over Alexandria Addison. You felt it in your heart, and you couldn't even understand why you were with her. You didn't even like her. You know for a fact that after that terror reading, you knew the truth about what she did to you too. So many people knew the truth about what was happening to them. I'm sorry, Brady. Sorry that she raped you too. I'm sorry that so many people raped you. Just know that even though in the past, like I said, I felt something, I had so much spiritual warfare. I'm not one to threaten people. I don't. One thing I had to do in the past, I had no choice but to protect myself. You didn't know what you were even thinking. You didn't even know what you were feeling, because the fight or flight response, where you felt like you had to protect yourself too. Everyone having to do that, because so many people were lying on my name. Everyone thought I was against them. I'm not. I never was and never will be. But that day when I made that post on Instagram, I was under so much spiritual warfare from everyone, including you, Brady. You didn't even realize what was happening. But the day after I made that post, it's like the spiritual warfare was wearing off. The spiritual warfare was wearing off, and everyone was laughing. Everyone was laughing at you because you knew what you were saying, but you didn't remember spiritual warfare. Everyone everywhere felt bad about what they said too. They fell in love with me for telling the truth. Brady Steinberg, I know you're not. I don't know how else to say it, but I'm saying it in this moment. I know for a fact that I'm not evil. I'm saying it in this moment. Being honest, I'm allowed to speak from my heart to you. I know what you wanted from me. I know the other universes. I know. Just know that I'm not, and I never will be where I am. And that's why I know a lot of people. I am committal. Exactly, confirmation. I know I'm committal. Everyone knows I was raped so many times throughout my whole life. Everyone knows. And they lied about that. They tried to say I was whoring around in the past to hide the fact that they raped me. Everyone else tried to hide the fact that they could care less about me in certain moments. I mentioned Craig McCarter because, like I said, recently I had no choice but to go release more spiritual warfare, and when I was with him, he did break up with me, and I ended up being raped. I was raped so much. I was raped at a party at Adam Hallett's where I was roofied that night. The gang rape in MLBC. I'm just saying because the universe wants me to talk about that, including you, Brady, because like I said, it didn't even take much. I was raped that night. I was gang raped. Even by Emily, Evelyn, everyone there. It was set up, like I said. I have to mention that because, like I said, you just wanted to impress me, and you didn't know that that's what they love to do. They love to hand out drinks to so many people. They do. And you were raped. I mentioned Craig McCarter because, like I said, he couldn't even stand to hear the truth about how many times he left me alone with rapists. He did. He didn't know how to handle it. He didn't know how to handle the truth about when I said that person he was with, Tracy, was a pedophile and an abuser. Channeled a different message. I don't even know how to say it. When spiritual warfare is returned back to sender, I seen someone who I loved dearly pass away. I don't know how else to say it. I know. I'm a mom. As a mom, I've seen so many people pass away. I know it's fated for so many children to pass away, and they have to pay off their karmic debt too. I don't know how else to say it. So-called cursed family lineages where people have to pay everything off energetically. I have a hard time too. Emitting certain things, I channel certain things I see that's fated. It's very hard as a real mom to see so many children pass away, given to the darkness completely, where they turn focal and pedophiles. I don't know how else to say it. I can't even say that. All I can say is, Brady, is thank you. What I mean by thank you is for telling the truth. Telling the truth about who I am. Telling the truth about everything. It's my job to tell the truth too, is it? I don't even like to say this because this is weird. Everyone obsessed with the so-called crown that was destined for me. I feel weird even saying it. I don't even like saying it. I find it egotistical, and I'm a mom. One thing as a mom, I always wanted to be treated like a queen, and to hear the channel message that I was a queen in past lifetimes, hear the channel message I'm a queen right now, is weird to say because I don't even like saying it. It's weird. It's weird because I would always wanted to protect people, and a lot of people were jealous of that and wanted to be a queen themselves, and that's what Emily Rutan raped you, Brady. And Rutan raped you. Emily Rutan wanted so badly to be like me. Even right now, she's still stalking me, and it freaks me out. It freaks me out that so many people are stalking me, want to be with me, obsessed with me, people trying to make me jealous, and because they think that energetically that they're married to me. I don't know what else to say. But Brady Steinberg, I'm speaking from the heart. I know things are fated. What I mean by fated events, I can't stop the karmic debt. I can't stop by certain things from playing out in other people's lives. But all I can say is I'm proud of you for working hard. Being honest, I'm proud of you for trying. you do the right thing after all the spiritual warfare came off of you. I'm proud of you. I've seen certain things that you were doing too, and I can't say. But I'm proud of you for speaking up about the rapes. I'm proud of you. I really am. I know how many other people are fighting for me too, but I mean by that is Brady Steinberg, you're not the only one. You're not. That sounds stupid and idiotic to say that, I'm sorry. But Brady, I really am proud of you, how hard it took for you to fight off the spiritual warfare. A lot of people see spiritual warfare as like what I said before, when you say, everything you say is like words are powerful, spell work and all that. I'm proud of you for fighting off the rapes that you went through. I'm proud of you. I really am proud of you, Brady. Thank you for loving me for me. Thank you so much. It means a lot. It really does mean a lot to me that you worked hard to fight for me, to love me for me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for hearing me. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for being patient with me. I know you know I'm still going through a lot. I know for a fact that, I told the truth about what happened at New Horizon, about the setups where Jim Evans, the landlord, the community set up where he had the keys. Like I said, to come into how many people came in there. And that's why the feds are watching, because they know. They're monitoring everything I say, everything I post. I already posted before about how Jim Evans, they already know for a fact that he was in on it. The landlord in on it, where everyone else can go in there and rape me. Jesse, Ariel, Joey, Victor Reese, everyone in on it. There's so many people in on it. So-called even dirty cops. I don't know how else to say it. It's the dirty cops. Dirty cops in on everything. Don't even know what to say either. For life insurance scams. Because when I spoke up on my story about everything that happened to me, they were jealous of me too. What I mean by that, they were jealous of the fact that I could be so open and honest about everything. But they even fell in love with me, obsessed with me. Everyone, everywhere, obsessed. So I don't know what to say to that. I'm still trying to adjust to that. But Brady Steinberg. I'm trying really hard to be respectful. Sounds stupid and idiotic, but very hard. I'm a very kind person, and I try hard to be respectful to other people, because I know a lot of people say I'm spiritually married. One thing that a lot of people don't like hearing is the fact that I still have a choice. I still have a choice to make about who I want to be with, who I'm going to marry. Brady Steinberg, you got free will. So thank you. Thank you for choosing the truth. Thank you for choosing to fight for what's right. Thank you. Because I know for a fact everyone heard me speaking before about how I firmly believe I firmly believe that a lot of people can come back. I do. I made a previous video about about universes, Life of a King. I thought it was just a movie when I first started. It was weird. I didn't even watch it, but I felt like I fully knew it. Energy. And you know for a fact I was telling the truth about energy. Everything's energy. Everyone's energy. Life of a King, where the story of a man about how hard he worked in prison. What I mean by worked in prison was to come back to his old self, where he wasn't angry, wasn't bitter about his life, and how he fought hard to protect children, protect their minds and hearts, protect them, help them, teach them to love themselves. And I spoke about that too, because I am a divine mom. As a divine mom, I teach. And I love the fact that there are other teachers for all time in history. What I mean by that is that I know everyone owes me karmic debt. I know for a fact that what happened to me everywhere. So I'm just speaking from my heart. You know for a fact about the rapes I went through. Sorry, I know you don't want me to talk about that, but I was raped so many different universes. A lot of people felt bad when they kept coming out of it. But when I posted that, in that moment, I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know what was going to happen to me. I didn't know. I didn't know that a lot of people see me as rare and different. I didn't know that. I honestly didn't. I don't know. That sounds egotistical. I'm sorry. I don't like saying that. I don't even like saying rare because it's weird, being honest. I didn't know how many people had different curses on them. I didn't know how many people didn't know their worth, didn't value themselves. I didn't know that. I'm a hard worker. Even after everything that I've been through, I still work hard. I talk about energy, talk about physically. A lot of people don't know the difference, but everything's energy, so I work hard all the time. I worked hard for how many universes? I did that, and I'll give myself credit. That sounds stupid and egotistical. But God gave me a mission. And even though after everything I've been through, I'm still working hard on that mission. To teach people to love themselves and love everything about themselves. I love to teach. One thing I like to do as a teacher, I like to teach people how to let go. What I mean by let go is like, that sounds stupid. I don't even like saying those words. I'm still that spiritual airfare coming off of me, because like I said, I like to say release. A lot of people say let go, I say release. By release, I mean speaking, dancing, listening to music, feeling the beat, feeling the energetic waves of Mother Nature, cleansing, spiritual baths. So Brady Steinberg, keep taking spiritual baths or spiritual showers. Take it and return all that spell work back to sender, and I keep encouraging everyone else to do the same. That's why I said return everything back, because everyone all around the world needs to know that Emily Brown is, like I said, is a drug dealer. She's already on drugs, and she's already mentally gone and all that. She can't even do simple things. I need people to keep doing that, keep returning the spiritual warfare back, because I know a lot of people are confused on why why she didn't pass away yet. It's because, like I said, she had put out so much spiritual warfare onto me. She wanted me in a car crash. She wanted me hanged. She wanted me into drugs like she's into. She wanted me into everything that she is. She wanted me as an alcoholic like she is. She wanted me. She's a pedophile and she wanted to push that onto me. She's an abuser. She wanted to push that onto me. She says so much stuff about she doesn't even know how to keep her story straight about how LeVay, I'm being honest, LeVay abused so badly by her throughout her whole life. The rapes, done by Emily. Done by everyone. Junior, Bruce, I guess, Kevin, Evelyn, the abuser. She is a pedophile. She doesn't even realize it either. The curses. Emily Brown is still. I keep saying Brown. I said Brown because Ben Rattan doesn't want her. He wants to divorce her. But because of what LeVay is displaying, the signs LeVay is displaying, and has been her whole life about the abuse. Because he had to get so many jobs just to try and take care of LeVay. And all you, Ben Rattan, I'm sorry, but you get so many demonic energies onto you. I know you want me to speak love into you, but you slept with Emily Brown. And she was born a pedophile, so I don't know what else to say about that. I know energetically you're trying to come back. You're trying, but it's fated for LeVay to be taken out of your care because of her anger at school. Emily Rattan is still lying. She's still trying to be with everyone, messaging everyone, trying to get food from everyone, as a gold digger. Trash. She's trash. She already currently has lice because of the spiritual warfare being returned back to her, and that's why I keep asking everyone to keep returning everything back to her, back to everyone. When I say back to her, because like I said, she's not going to stop. Evelyn Brown, Junior Brown, Danny Brown Jr., Bruce Brown, Kevin Brown, I even say Dylan Brown, Mary Jane Brown. I keep saying the original karmics, because a lot of universes got a lot of bad shit that happened throughout all time in history, but this moment, this so-called historical moment is fated for them to have spiritual warfare returned back to them. It's fated for them to also be displayed on TV. The House of Horrors. I was writing a book, House of Horrors, but I'm still gonna write it. I'm still gonna print it to guarantee that they're never, ever celebrated. Just to say Helen too. Helen needed to walk us. I got a lot of messages coming to me from the universe, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. House of Horrors. Everyone, including Samson Cecil, pedophiles, the whole call for pedophile families, spreading pedophile energies everywhere, raping everyone. Brady Steinberg. Woo. I can't stop. I'm not gonna, what I mean, what's fated for you, I can't stop certain things that are fated. I can't stop certain things that are fated for anyone else. But Brady Steinberg, all I can say is you got this. You got this, Brady Steinberg. Keep going. Keep fighting off the spiritual warfare. Keep fighting it all off. You got this. I'm proud of you. I am. You're your own individual. You're your own person. Keep going. Keep fighting it off. Keep trying. Keep doing it. Doing the right thing. You were raped. You fought off all the spiritual warfare. You fought off everything. All the spell work. You fought it all off. Every way, shape, or form. Everything. You fought it all off. I know you want me to say this one more time because you're still fighting off the spiritual warfare. You're still fighting it off. You want me to say the truth. I know you don't have it. You didn't see any value in them. I know you know. I know you don't see any value in Emily, Rattan, Ben, Bruce, Kevin, and I know for a fact, Brady, that the rape that Bruce recorded, I know for a fact that the rapes that was planned through Emily, Rattan, and all that, everyone there, I'll just say everyone there, I know for a fact that that's a rape video. And that's not a sex video. Brady Steinberg. That's not a sex video. That's a rape video. The same rapes that I went through, you went through. So Brady Steinberg, you got yourself a court case too. You got yourself a court case too. Tell the truth. Same way I'm telling the truth. You already are. You're already fighting for me. You already have been. Keep going, Brady. Keep doing it. Don't stop. Keep telling the truth, because me telling the truth right now, it's fighting off the spiritual warfare, and it's also, it's building my case too. I'm still building my case, the court case of a century. Brady Steinberg, you got your story too to tell. Tell your story. Keep telling it. Don't stop. Don't stop fighting. You got a real friend in me. Got someone who cares. I can't turn off my heart. I can't stop caring about the world. I can't stop fighting. I can't. That's not who I am. So, Brady Steinberg. I know I mentioned a lot in this video, but keep going. Keep doing the right thing.